It's been 10 minutes now. As you can see, our white sauce is bubbly and thickening. And I'm going to turn it off and set it over here to the side. I need to turn it. And as you can see, I've also started to boil the water for the noodles. I'm going to set this down for a second. And go ahead and pour in the noodles. And while I'm mixing the cheese and melting the cheese, we're going to let this boil only for about 3 minutes. Typically, if you were cooking this, it would be more like an 8 to 10 minutes. But since we're going to bake this for 30 minutes, you don't need to fully cook the noodles. So, we'll let that boil. And now, we're going to kind of mix in our ingredients and our luscious white sauce. Remember earlier, we had set aside an eighth of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, ground nutmeg, and a Cajun Creole seasoning. So I'm just going to toss that in, and I want to stir it in a little bit at a time so that it all gets mixed in. And it just makes a colorful blend here. So I'm going to mix that in. And next, in small batches, I'm going to mix in this cheese. And the sauce is pretty hot, so the cheese is going to melt. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time here, too. You always want to keep stirring it. And as you can see, it's melting and getting incorporated pretty quickly. Doing some more. Don't be afraid to make a mess. Just keep stirring. And you can see it's turning a little bit yellow color. Do some more. And I'm going to say just about this much. That's probably about a cup. A little more. Because we like to sprinkle some on the top after, and I'll show you that later. So I'm going to let this melt. Mix it really good. And we're going to come back in a few minutes and blend in the noodles. So we're just going to toss this around. I'm going to set it to the side. And we'll see you in about 30 minutes.